So apparently, Pacquiao or somebody, I read it, I'll try to put a clip or something in there, confirmed that he having talks with Lomachenko for exhibition. So obviously it's been a lot of talk about him and Floyd getting it on. I told y'all a few weeks ago that Loma can get it on, and I'm gonna speak on David Benavidez too. Talking about he a little salty about Terrence Crawford beating Canelo because that should have been him. But Loma and Pacquiao and people go, Loma ain't coming. Loma didn't fight the rest of them dudes because it wasn't worth the risk. It wasn't worth the risk financially. That's just what it was. Fighting, Shakur Stevenson, it wasn't enough money. He's just in an era where it got to be enough money. That's it. That's what the era we in, y'all. It's not no more for glory, or it's not to say I'm just flat out better than you. If it ain't an outrageous amount of money, these dudes ain't fighting. But the funny thing about it is a lot of fans pick and choose, who they want to put that stigma on. Like when it come to Keith, they put it on them, Come to some of these fighters like Lomachenko, they get a pass. And that's just the God honest truth about it. It depends on the fighter. Now Joshua did it for years. He did what's best financially for him. Eddie Hearn just finessed the game. Excuse me. So, but yeah, enough money making get out there. He just looked at the landscape and said, what's the point? What's the point? Tank, I'm gonna get beat up. Shakur, I'm gonna get outclassed. So now Pacquiao, they sucking that money, and somebody put that money up, probably in Asia, somewhere overseas, and quite frankly, shout out to them. Get their money. But y'all was putting this dude on a pedestal like he wasn't a fraud. He was a fraud. He wasn't no different than Manny Pacquiao. Every time they lost, it was an excuse. Or I got robbed. It was never this, he was the better man. It never gave that. He was just a better man. I got to take my loss like a man and come back better. No, they all made excuses. My shoulder, my ass, all that shit. But I don't care if they fight or not. What's the point? Loma ain't no Hall of Famer. He need to get in the trenches and snap his way to the Hall of Fame. Whether it's with, Tank and beating Shakur Stevenson, fill up your legacy. But the back excuse, it just shows you if you willing to get in there with Pacquiao, the back excuse was an excuse. It was a way out. Not to get put down. Let's keep it real. He knew when that competition got hot, he was gonna get put down. Old Yellow from Ukraine was gonna get put down. So he got out. Vacated his belt and got out of there. Now, Pacquiao, I'm ready to fight. I thought your fucking back hurt. You know what I'm saying? I thought my neck, my back. Told y'all, man, he the same dude that fled when they went to war. Ivan Radke, I always gonna bring that up. He the same dude. That tells you a lot about his character that ran away when the Ukraine was banging with Russia. He fled to Greece, and Ivan Radke like, yo, pussy, where you go? That's his character. Y'all don't look at shit like that. We don't have too many soldiers in boxing no more. These are self-serving people who still gonna be broke at the end of the day. They talked all this shit about, money, and they still gonna be broke at the end of the day. That's the wild shit about it. They still gonna be broke at the end of the day. However you slice the cake, they still gonna end up broke because it's a system that forces you to stay broke. So he did all this meticulous moving, all this ducking and dodging. And the difference is guys like Mike Tyson can fall off and bounce right back because they got a name. A guy like Mayweather can fall off and bounce back because his name is a brand. None of these guys got a brand. Somebody was arguing me or said, well, I think Earl's a super. Earl ain't no sucking star. Earl ain't no super. Somebody know the fuck Earl is. Like Sugar Ray Leonard, like Marvin Hagler. Hell, like Bernard Hopkins. Let's keep it a bean. Earl ain't in that same vein, bro. Earl ain't never did 1 million pay-per-views. Even with Crawford, I think they just missed the mark. So, he ain't no star. Y'all niggas don't know what stars is, dog. In our sport, Mayweather was a star. Pacquiao was a star. Oscar was a star. Sugar Ray Leonard was a star. Mike Tyson was a star. You know, Holyfield was a star. He ain't even Holyfield. Roy was a star. Roy was a syndicated into hip-hop star. So y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Nigga, Earl ain't like that, bruh. Ain't none of them like that for real. If we keeping it funky, nobody transcend the sport no more. But you know, it is what it is, right? So David Benavidez talks about he a little salty. And you appreciate the honesty that Crawford won. That should have been me. If it would have been you. It was meant to be then. You gotta understand that, bro. Like what's meant to be was meant to be. Everything happened for a reason. So that just lets you know when he was saying, well, I'm moving on without Canelo and I don't need Canelo Alvarez and I'm gonna do my own thing and fuck Canelo and all that was bullshit. That was bullshit. You know? He still, because he understands that's his only path to superstardom. Ain't no path fighting better BF, fighting Beaver, going to cruiserweight. Let's see, go to heavyweight and dominate. That window is closed. He gonna be batting singles and doubles and maybe a triple. Ain't gonna be no home runs. And that's just the fact. He knew the opportunity was gone. But you know, everything happens for a reason. Everything's in God's will. You know what I'm saying? So it was a reason you didn't get that fight. So tired of this damn thing. It's a reason you didn't get that fight. And it's okay. You know, something greater or something could have went wrong in that fight or it just wasn't meant to be. But, you know, and I just let you know a lot of these niggas' opinions, sorry, I got this charger on here. A lot of these people's opinions is really based on them. You know, I don't want him to beat Canelo. Canelo gonna beat Crawford and he had no way he gonna win. He win, it's like, damn. I was hoping he lost. That's why a lot of niggas' predictions be a hope. Even though I picked Canelo, I explain why I picked Canelo in detail. And I stand on that. Oh, you pick Canelo, you pick, and? Y'all don't go to them niggas channels that dick pull and sausage eat these fighters, and when they lose or when these niggas refuse to talk about the fighter that they picked and lost and act like he did, y'all go over there and say shit. That's why I'm telling y'all, these niggas some carpet munching ass niggas, man. And they don't give you no explanation. I see a nigga like Blue Balls just throw a prediction out there right before the fight. You know, no how, where, no carry the one, no, oh, you starting parentheses. These niggas just don't have no knowledge. Man, I'm telling y'all, that's why, man, this space is just whack. It's whack. Too many niggas perpetrators, bro. But, you know, Benavidez, it's natural. Like, damn, you know, it's natural. Jealousy is natural. Niggas try to act like it ain't. Being jealous is natural, bro. I say that all the time. It's a natural human feeling. Now, what you do with your jealousy, you know, then it determines if it's not so natural. You know, do you take your jealousy and you become a hater? It ain't natural. You take the jealousy and get motivated, you know, you allow it to motivate you, then that's a different feeling. You know, that's a different feeling. So it's all up to you. It's all up to you. So, but no, it is what it is. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And the subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance of notifications. We go live and drop video. Financially, want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Peace.